Welcome, NOP, to this Euroviisuomeksi interview, the biggest Eurovision fan media in Finland. So I have some questions to you about Eesti Laul. So first of all, welcome, and what made you apply to Eesti Laul?
Well, I've been thinking about it for a couple of years now, and this time it just felt right, actually. I think there have been some really cool artists lately at Eurovision. Definitely one of my favorite is Mauro from Portugal, and that kind of over the years has inspired me to participate. And this year I decided that why not? Let's go.
What's the story behind your song Days Like This?
Yeah, well, it's a song about having optimism for future. My drink master is doing some gin right now. So
Okay, amazing. Yeah.
The door was open, so it was audible.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, but Days Like This is pretty much about having optimism for future, is what I would say. Because, I think there are so many elements right now in the world that cause stress and maybe negative prospect about forthcoming years. So I think it's like it's a good way to find some hopefulness in the song, and this is pretty much the message of the song.
Who is your favorite Eurovision act of all the time?
Of all time?
Yeah.
I think the same artist that I mentioned before, the Portugal representative, maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Mauro, and her song Saudade, Saudade.
Saudade.
I remember when when I first heard the song, I was super inspired. I mean, her vocals and the song and the melodies and everything. I was so inspired that I made a remix of her song, and that I think that's also part of the reason why it has a special place in my heart.
Amazing. So when did you start to make music?
That is a good question, because I remember as a kid I went to music school. I studied accordion and stuff, and back in the day, everything that I played, I always read the notes, or it was sheet music. But I remember at some point my friend played me a song, and I asked, like, "Yo, can you give me the sheets for the song?" And he was like, "No, I wrote it myself." So this was, I think I was like maybe 13 or 14 or something. And I remember this moment. It was something very new to me. Like, how can you play music that's not written on sheets? So I think this was the moment for me when I started to at first create my own music on accordion, and then a few years later I picked up guitar, and this is when I started writing songs. And I think I was like 15 or something like this.
Amazing.
Or 14.
Yeah. So, do you like any Finnish Eurovision artist or any Finnish other artists in Finland, Finnish music?
Do I like?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. There are plenty. But now that we're talking about Eurovision, I think Käärijä is a pretty crazy example of an artist that makes crazy stuff. I think it's pretty cool. And since we talked about accordion, there's a very badass accordionist from Finland, Kimmo Pohjonen.
Okay.
And from years and years and many years ago, when I was young, I remember I really enjoyed the Finnish act Lordi, obviously.
Yeah.
With the hard rock Hallelujah. And I got several friends actually as well in Finland who make some cool stuff. So, and I've written several songs with Finnish songwriters and producers. So yeah, I really actually enjoy working with Finnish people. One of the songs, for example, from way years ago, one of my songs called TV is co-produced and written with a Finnish producer, musician.
All right, that's cool. So, what are you bringing on the Eesti Laul stage? Some dancers, backing vocals, anything? Yeah.
I'm gonna do all the dancing myself. I'm gonna be like visually. I'm gonna be alone on the stage, and as a secret, I can say that I won't be bringing any gear, or because usually when I perform live, I have loads of synths and samplers and drum pads and stuff, and also I have a band. But with this performance, it's gonna be me, and of course I'm gonna have as many backing vocals as possible, but they're gonna be behind the curtain this time.
Yeah. Thank you for letting me know. So, if you could make a song together with one Eurovision artist, who would it be?
Song with one Eurovision artist.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I would love to make a song with Maro. I've only done a remix, which is like kind of a collaboration. But I think we had as much as we were in contact or did some calls or whatever. I think our music taste could be in a very similar place.
Yeah.
So I think my go-to answer would be Maro. Also, potentially, we have a song with Latvian artist called Sudden Lights.
Yeah.
And they participated in Eurovision a few years ago. So maybe, and these are great guys, and hopefully we're gonna release some music with them as well.
That's amazing. Yeah, Sudden Lights is a great one.
Yeah,
I think so. So, what would you recommend at Estonia to do? Yeah.
Well, depends. Like, where do you come from? If you come from Finland, then I think nature-wise, you guys also have great forests, and the landscape is not the same, but it's similar.
Yeah.
But like my friends who come from, let's say, Berlin or United Kingdom or Netherlands, for them I always just say, we gotta go to see the forests, go for a little hike, or go to the bogs, which is like swamps, big swamps. We got a lot of bogs, and like, to me personally, going to the nature is definitely my go-to thing. Like, whenever I go somewhere, my first question is like, how can we get out of the city? So this would be my main. I think we still have some great nature regions, and this is definitely my first recommendation. But yeah, like, if you come to Tallinn, in Tallinn, there are a few regions that are very cool in RT. For example, Telliskivi, or like the northern Tallinn is very cool in RT, with some museum like Fotografiska and stuff around here. And definitely the third thing would be to go to the islands. Like, if you come in the summertime, to go to both of the bigger islands that we got, or whatever, go to the small ones. And we don't have as many islands as Finland, unfortunately, or lakes, but overall, I think we're in a good place. So yeah, definitely go check out the nature.
Of course, and the nature is beautiful, and the beaches maybe in Pärnu or somewhere else where I have been. So they're really great. So it's
Yeah.
actually time for the last question. So I think you have been to Finland, but have you been to Finland anytime?
Oh yes, several times. I think first time when I was a small kid, and I've performed in Finland as well. I think 8 years ago, I also performed at Flow Festival, and I've also done Slush and what was it, Business Hub, whatever. And so yeah, and some private shows as well. But I've been to like do some mountain skiing or snowboarding in Tahko or other places. So yeah, this is like the northern bit, like the Lapland. I was thinking of going actually this year. I had it in my plans to go to Lapland, to Levi. I was like, me and a group of my friends, we were like, let's go to Levi. But then I decided to participate at the Eesti Laul. So Eesti Laul is exactly like in February. So this was the moment, the period that we were thinking of going to Levi. So not this year, but hopefully next year.
Amazing. Thank you very much for coming, and it was a pleasure to have you in this interview. And